Welcome to the Trade Traction Podcast Roadshow, where we hit the road to industry trade shows and conferences to step out of the trenches, get inspired, and gain a fresh, well-rounded perspective on life in the trades. Today, we're coming to you from Atlanta, Georgia, at the SkillsUSA National Conference, an incredible gathering of the nation's top young tradespeople. Meet my friend, Karman Warner. She's the Executive Director of SkillsUSA Washington, my home state. Karman isn't just passionate about SkillsUSA. She's been the driving force behind its incredible growth here in Washington. She's also introduced an innovative concept, lettering in the trades instead of sports, helping students go pro in the trades. And now my friend, Karman Warner, from this year's SkillsUSA National Conference.
Karman, welcome to the Trade Traction Podcast at SkillsUSA.
Thanks for having me. Love to be here.
Absolutely. So you're the Washington Executive Director.
That is correct. We are middle school, high school, and college post-secondary now. So we're growing.
That is so cool. So we saw Mike Rowe last night,
That's correct.
and he has a similar experience that I've had and probably you have had, but people don't know about SkillsUSA.
Absolutely. I think we've been the best kept secret for how long, and it's a secret I want to shout out and tell everyone.
Yeah. So he said something I've been saying to you, like when I say, when I talk to people, I say, do you know what FFA is? They go, is it Future Farmers? Yeah, they know that.
Yeah.
I go, well, so I've been saying it's like FFA except to the trades.
100%. Yep.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. And what's interesting is SkillsUSA does everything and incorporates we have 8 CTSOs, so career and technical student organizations in Washington, FFA being one of them. SkillsUSA is one of those that literally incorporates everything that all the others do. So we've got that agricultural, we've got the technology like TSA, we've got the business and marketing like DECA, FBLA, and so on, HOSA, health sciences. But yet for some reason, and so I think it's something that we just need to keep growing. I will say year over year, we've went from just 3 years ago to just over 2,000 members to now reaching over 7,000 and over a 50,000 student reach in Washington State this last year. We're impacting lives every day, and it's scholarship dollars that are starting. It's industry support, going from 2 industry professional supporting our contests. Now every single contest we run at our championships is led by industry, and you saw for yourself.
I don't mean this to be political in any way, but somehow, like, government kind of taught us back in the day that everybody had to go to college. Mm-hmm. And what I see is private coming together to fix that problem. Industries coming together and associations are coming together to change that narrative.
Well, I say it all the time. There's, America, our workforce has 2 problems, right? So one is that employers can't find skilled workers to fill their open positions and jobs. Right. And the second problem is skilled students can't find open jobs that fit their talents and, the technical knowledge they hold. And the answer is an organization like SkillsUSA. Obviously, bias, it is SkillsUSA. And I think we got to stop making it a best kept secret. We got to share that news because we have their answer. We just need to make that connection. And so that's my stress when I talk about, making sure industry is supporting every one of our contests. So we heard it last night, 7-something odd million open jobs that don't require a college degree.
Right.
I don't think college and debt is I don't think college is the enemy here. I think debt is. I think that students graduate with this unfathomable amount of debt that they will potentially never pay off, and it's just like, man, but then you get students, and Dennis the apprentice here, you get students earning while they learn, and then they leave their apprenticeship at journey level and they've made money the entire journey, to do that. And so, I have 2 little girls. My dream for them is that they want to go into an apprenticeship and not that. I don't tell them that, but in my head, I'm like, I would love that.
Yes, absolutely. So I think maybe one of the coolest things about the trades is that we get paid to learn, and that way we can start saving.
Yeah.
Immediately in our career, instead of trying to pay off our debt first and starting to save when we're 30 or 40.
It's that forward methodology, like forward thinking methodology. It's constantly progressive for these students. Yeah, they deserve that. And we as an economy, we as the next skilled, future workforce, we all need that. It's just putting them, like kicking them while they're down kind of thing. and then giving them a great degree to do what with. Half of them, they have a degree and then they're like, well, what do I end up doing with that?
They do something else.
Or they do something yeah.
Almost. I just talked to two people yesterday who have very expensive debts, have crazy debts, big degrees, and they're here at a trade show.
Yeah.
Right? Not using their degree.
And their colleagues didn't go to college at all. Yeah,
No.
exactly.
No. So something that occurred to me yesterday as I was thinking about SkillsUSA is we have all these people in soccer and baseball. We know what the soccer mom is, all this stuff.
Yeah.
And but most of those students don't go pro.
Yeah.
And then they go on to something else and they spend all that time where SkillsUSA is like a soccer league or a baseball league, except everybody goes pro.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
That's cute. Yeah, no, I haven't heard it spun that way, but I do oftentimes really advocate for our students, especially with CTE dollars and the limitations we have in Washington right now with our new budget and CTE dollars, ASB funds, everything. Schools put so much money to send students on a bus to the state track meet.
Yes.
But then you tell them they're going to Lakewood, Washington to compete in plumbing, and it's, ooh, we'll have to check the budget. And I'm like, man.
It's the same thing.
And for these students, this is their sport.
Yeah.
And so we actually implemented in Snohomish, actually, this year, Snohomish High School implemented first ever in Washington. You can now letter in SkillsUSA. Yep.
Are you serious?
Yeah, she's here with us today, the first letter holder. And so we will be honoring her at our award session on Friday. She has her patch and she's got her Letterman jacket. And instead of having a swimmer or a soccer ball, she has a patch that just shows SkillsUSA.
I have never heard of this. Have you heard this anywhere else?
Brand new. They wrote, this student and her teacher were so, just passionate about this. And I'm like, we're adopting this statewide. Once you do it, we're adopting it. And so we're here to share that news and make it a thing. We're going to add the little, hammer or, whether it's a curling iron or a spatula, like it doesn't matter. That's their sport and they're damn good at it. And and quite frankly too, it's gonna do so much more for them than the soccer ball. I mean, there are pros, but
chances are
yeah,
unbelievably slim.
Yeah.
But the chances of going pro,
there's a job already with their name on it. You know what I mean? They just have to get there. Whereas with the soccer, you got to earn your way there. With these skills, they still have to earn their way, obviously, but the job's already available.
Yes.
They just need to be able to qualify for it.
Yes.
So the worst they're doing here is doing that.
The other thing is people say, what is SkillsUSA? When I talk to businesses, they say, well, I can't find a young person that can even read a tape measure, they all say.
Yep.
And it's like, well, so what is SkillsUSA? SkillsUSA is helping them learn how to run a tape measure and getting those basic skills. So when you hire one of these kids, they already know that stuff.
Absolutely. And it's truly funny because I hear that all the time. Industry saying, like I said, that second problem of industry can't find skilled laborers to do and fill these jobs. Well, the reality is when they look at SkillsUSA, we have what's called a framework. There's 17 components of that framework. So we aren't just teaching students those technical skills grounded in academics. We're also teaching them how to be a professional. We're a colleague, a responsible American citizen, a student that shows up on time. Those middle skills or those wraparound skills we talk about that, quite frankly, the current generation lacks.
Yes.
Our students don't, and that's the anomaly. That's what makes us different. That's what sets us apart and makes our students the truly desirable applicant. We just need to make that connection. Again, it's just making sure they know each other, shake that hand. Well, that's why I get up in the morning and what I do is to figure out how I can make that happen.
Right. Well, we're doing it.
Yeah,
You're doing it.
We are doing it.
So if someone's listening and their high school doesn't have SkillsUSA connected, how does that work?
Yeah. So in Washington, we would work to charter their school and then we would register them as members. I'm a firm believer that we are not leaving a child behind that wants to be involved. And so I know I said it to your son too. It's like, we'll wait it. We will pay the membership if that means he can compete. We'll make sure he's aligned with a program that's active and we'll get him on the competition floor because that's where he could potentially change his entire future by getting plugged in the right space and then shaking those right hands.
Yeah.
So yeah, very, very simple. Just give us a call and we'll make it happen.
So if someone's got a high school that's not involved, get a hold of Karman
That's right.
at SkillsUSA Washington.
Yes.
And you make everything happen.
That's right. And you're local to Washington, so we're growing.
Yeah.
We're making a difference. You sit on that competition floor. For some of these students, you're the hand they shook.
What?
They made the difference, which is kind of cool, Dennis.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Hey, real quick, if you help organize trade shows, conferences, or training events, and you want to add some serious fire to your event, let's talk. I'd love to come out and speak, podcast, and create dynamic content for your organization and your sponsors just like this. Check out DennisTheApprentice.com for more information and to book a call. All right, back to the show.
So what's upcoming for SkillsUSA this year in Washington?
Yeah, I'm not sure if you have, well, I know you've heard, but we just launched the first ever statewide youth-focused apprenticeship in the state of Washington history. So we broke that this year, sent out a press release. So when I say first ever, there are other apprenticeships, to be clear. Pre-apprenticeship, preparatory. There are 2,000-hour statewide apprenticeships, but there is not another 8,000-hour apprenticeship for a youth. So that's 16, 17, and 18-year-olds are able to start their journey as an apprentice, earning those RSI and OJT hours while they're in high school. We're currently automotive, so diesel, off-highway, on-highway. And then this year, we are currently working alongside our new hire for Director of Fundraising and Apprenticeship Pathways. Tracy, she will be working with me to add occupations. So we're looking to add ITS, manufacturing, welding, and continue this great just work we're doing.
I love that. And a lot of these kids, like my kid, puts his Red Wing boots on and his Sparhard jeans, and that's how he goes to school. But we don't have that opportunity yet in his high school.
Will.
And there's lots of kids that already know they're not going to college, and they're just kind of stalled until they can get old enough to get into a different program.
And if we don't make that connection now, those students, it's sad to think where they will end up, and it's like, give them the opportunity and you will transform their full future. I just think we need to be constantly sharing the message as much as we can. I mean, we have to.
I was talking to another industry, and he was saying part of their gang problem, and he's from Seattle, he was saying is, well, think about it. You've got all these high school athletes like in football, and they're playing and they're all kinetic and they're all focused. They don't make it to college, and there's nowhere to go.
Yep.
And so you have all this physicality, and they're bored.
Yeah.
And it doesn't get applied. And so he's like, if we could get him into a trade.
Yeah, swing your hammer. Yeah.
Yeah, then you can get them. You can transfer that physicality to something productive.
Absolutely.
But they're not even aware of it, and so they end up being bored, and then they slip into
Get themselves in trouble. Yeah,
Yeah,
I believe it.
very cool. Well, Carmen, you're doing awesome work.
Thank you.
I'm so glad to have just discovered SkillsUSA only 2 years ago.
I know.
I just met another electrical guy, Brian. He's involved in electrical all over the nation, training young people. He just discovered SkillsUSA.
I think it is getting more and more known, especially we talk about just this national skills gap. What was it, 3 in, or no, 5 out, 2 in,
But
2 in.
yeah,
And it's like that number doesn't make sense, and so eventually it's going to really hit hard if we don't make a difference. And so I think trades are definitely starting to be like, well, okay, we got to get unique with this. And once they find us, it's amazing how fast they just pling. I mean, like I said, we had 0 technical chairs when I first started. We had a couple industry partners, but not physically interacting with our students. And now you came to our championships. We have over 3,000 on site, and over 500 of them are industry, just wanting to meet our students. I want the dream to be is that industry's fighting over where these kids go.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a dream.
I'll tell you. So I had like 6 different plumbing companies come and help me at that competition, and all those plumbers were so turned on about that opportunity.
The feedback I got was it was the coolest thing in my life. I should have called you. One of the feedback forms filled out by one of the students, one of the plumbers, said that he had never felt more seen, and he never felt like he mattered more. He said, when I walk through my high school, I'm just another kid. My teachers fairly see me, and he went on and on and on, but he goes, when I was at SkillsUSA State, everybody wanted to know me. And it was just the cutest thing. Brought a tear to my eye. And so that was PHCC's work. So congratulations.
Absolutely. That is so cool.
Yeah.
Well, we're making a difference one student at a time.
That's right. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Well, that's a wrap. Thanks for tuning in to the Trade Traction Podcast Roadshow. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring stories from the world of the trades. And hey, if there's a trade show near you, get out there, get involved, and check out SkillsUSA in your area. Until next time, keep getting traction in your trade.